it's time to see if this Christina is still work.
Mr. Bates.
Evening.
I'm looking for Dor... Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the swallowing.
find some piss-stinking alley drinking worse than a week
All your problems.
boy.
As long as you have the money.
Good evening. You don't seem well, Ben.
I always feel...
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
All your problems. As long as you have the money.
Mr. Bates,
Evening.
since I took an oath to help people,
Well, seen better days. That...
infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
I'm looking for...
Dorrit?
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Turn around, sir. We have to stop it!
It's locked, all right.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So,
I'm not
do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Fancy buying some...
You... Right then.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you need any assistance?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these...
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Hello again. Very well. Goodbye then.
See them fancy clothes? Die, vermin! We are away with you! It's an inch! The power! Vampyr!
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Sir, no civilians allowed.
Stupid!
I have this thirst for blood. Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Shouldn't you go?
Maybe later.
Carnage. Is father... This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. It's locked, all right. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail. As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good.
Did you hear me? I'll take his head!
No civilians allowed. Don't come any fucking closer.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hey, Doc.
I'll leave you for now. It's locked. It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Murdering bastard! That's got more and more of these bloody leeches every night. I, the guards recruit more and more every day. There's safer places. Die! Mine! Christ! Oh my God! Shit, that leech is fast! It's closed. This is not the place for you, sir. The guards recruit more and more every year.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Goodbye, young man. Good evening, Ben.
I'm afraid...
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop
The war destroyed me, Doc.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
daily routine.
Good evening.
It's Father Whitaker, my...
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
I have heard enough.
You...
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Good evening, Christian.
Shane.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Good evening, Christina.
Shane.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as...
I must reveal. Good evening.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
More and more of these bloody leeches every... I'm quite busy, Rock.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Do you need my...
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time.
I wish...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening. Do you need medical... Well, don't tell me. Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you...
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunately... Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
Do you...
Despite what you...
Well, it...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswell.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor. Never could keep it.
This unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope...
I cannot enter.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
It's locked. Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need me.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
So many
Every
deaths.
street corner.
And what of my own life?
Good evening, Mr.
Eve.
Soldier.
Not really.
As long...
Don't.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
The pain. There again. Hello?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid... Yes.
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you require...
I will be fine.
No. Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Do you need something,
I have just a few...
Then ask.
I have met...
She's a...
She told me you'd been doing all in your power to cure her addiction for blood. Though unsuccessful, it's admirable.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's...
Oh, I know too much about this matter already.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need med...
I'm afraid...
Not...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical...
Afraid so.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
Giant immortal
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice.
Good evening, Doc.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Goodbye, Mr. Chid.
have you not spoken to me?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Sorry, I don't know her.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout. Others need company. And some just can't stand it.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshu.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You really...
Why?
You're right. I believe...
You sound like...
Let's just...
Please...
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Do you know Nurse...
Sorry. No.
I'm...
Why?
No.
May
You could...
Thank...
Goodbye.
So many new graves. Why do I still feel... Maybe I'll...
Do you...
So...
You...
Maybe I...
Goodbye for now.
You know you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.